much for your time. That's Duncan Slate home there. And despite the pandemic, there is some good news for the cruise line industry. Ambassador Cruise Line is the first new British cruise line to launch since 2010. When it set sail in 2022, it will offer voyages to over 90 different ports. And joining me to discuss this is the CEO of the Ambassador Cruise Line, Christian Verhoenig. Good evening.
Good evening to you.
You're a brave man launching a cruise line in the middle of a pandemic, some might say.
Well, I think no, because essentially what we see there's a massive pent-up demand for quality cruising, and actually the demand is outgrowing the capacity which is there. There's in particular a huge and unfulfilled demand for no-fly cruising departures and the type of experience that we will be offering at Ambassador Cruise Line.
So tell me, what experiences will you be offering? Where will you be sailing to?
Well, first of all, we are sailing all no-fly cruises out of London Tilbury. We have just launched yesterday and are on sale for 33 cruises with a wide variety from 4 days cruises to 42-day cruises. We are concentrating ourselves in the summer period to go from Tilbury to the Norwegian fjords, to the Baltic and St. Petersburg, and even across to Canada via Iceland and Greenland. And we have done a lot of customer research, and this is why we obviously know the demand is here, but we have also seen that 35% of all British aged 50 and above, they are actually looking for the winter sun. So we are offering to sail from London Tilbury to the Caribbean and Cuba on a 42-night cruise and come back, and all of this very hassle-free and seeing the world with a ship in this way.
And obviously people will be aware that some of the large outbreaks of coronavirus, COVID, have been put down to cruise liners. Are they going to be safe when they reopen?
Well, I think of all the parts of the travel industry, cruises has always been the most regulated, and cruises are operating to very high hygiene standards and health standards, which are frequently tested and inspected by public authorities. So we will have very robust protocols in place on board. And our health and safety mandate goes even above this. We will ensure that all our crew is vaccinated, and likewise guests must be fully vaccinated, subject to exemptions. So the cruise line will also work very closely with all the destinations together in order to ensure that we have a healthy bubble. For us at Ambassador Cruise Line, we are concentrating on adult cruising, aiming at the primary 50 plus, and with the vaccination standard and vaccination rate in the UK, we feel very comfortable to be able to offer a healthy environment for everybody.
And what's consumer confidence like? Have people been taking you up? Are they booking?
Well, we have seen a massive demand since yesterday, and in all honesty, our phones have not stopped ringing. And this basically shows what we have seen. We have seen that 40% of the British population, age 50 and above, they are now wanting to book a holiday for 2022. What we also see is that even a quarter of them, they want to see multiple locations in one trip, and there's obviously no better way than to do so with a cruise line.
And Christian, we've just been looking at lots of very large cruise ships basically moored up near Weymouth. Do you think the UK government has been doing enough for your industry?
Well, I would say there's right now a step into the right direction, and but it does not yet provide the urgently needed and sufficient certainty for the industry. The travel industry has been hit massively with revenues down up to 100% for some of them. So in general, we welcome the return to safe travel and an extension of the still very short screen list. And we welcome it with the appropriate protocols in place to ensure the safety of those traveling, those working in the travel and hospitality industry, and those in the destination. And I think that no-fly cruising is therefore so interesting, because many still feel nervous now about jumping on a flight and the confinements of plane, and sailing at the sea on a no-fly cruise offers the opportunity to travel without the hassle, which actually 47% of those which we have surveyed are preferring a no-fly cruise rather than going and meeting the ship somewhere.
And what do you think to the whole way the traffic light system has been managed, certainly in the UK? Have the government done a good job? Should we be seeing more countries on the green list? Oh, are you there? I thought he was deep in thought there. I'm thinking about my question about the list, but I don't think he is. I think we've frozen there, but not to worry. Coming up, we shall go to a break in a moment, and once we come back, we will be speaking to the former Defence Minister,